Yo, what is up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another video where the goose is loose. We're going to be doing some Zangoose action in the Go Battle League, some of my own battles as of late. And before we get into it, just wanted to touch base on how exciting this past weekend was with the International Championships for Pokemon Go PvP that took place in Frankfurt, Germany. It was a big-time event. First time Pokemon Go has taken a part of these Pokemon Play Championship Series where you've got people from the trading card game, VGC, competing against one another. It was my first time watching one of these events, and it was so well done, so well put together with production. And some friends of mine I got to witness, have the opportunity to commentate this event. Speediest Chief, Caleb Pang, 2-0 Butters, and Zionic, who I'm sure all of you guys know. They did a tremendous job. I was very happy for them. And it's just got me excited to meet a lot of y'all in person at these North American events that are coming up, especially the one in Columbus, Ohio, which will be, I think, a similar production in terms of the stream, and it's just really exciting. A player by the name of Aries ended up winning. If you are curious about who won, players like Tho Technical and Nataquince got really far to the top 8. Dancing Rob as well didn't quite get to the top 4, or Rob actually did. Rob placed 3rd, and then Freyka, a German player, got 2nd place. So just really exciting. And yeah, we are going to get into it. So excited for the future, but for now, Zangoose is loose. And if you guys want to watch the stream, the VOD, you can go to the Pokemon Go official Twitch channel and see watch the whole recap, or watch the whole stream back. I also reacted to the whole thing pretty much on the second day, so you can watch that too if you want. So with this team, right, I'm sorry, I'm flipping my thoughts back and forth, but with this team, Medicham, Zangoose, Regirock, we're double weak to counter in the back. We get the boost here. Zangoose gets the boost. Rise can rhyme any time. Man, everyone's boosting. We're boosting on Night Slash. Our opponent's Psycho boosting. We ran into the Trevenant lead, right? So Trevenant is probably the worst lead you can see with this team. So I tried to chip it with Ice Punch, and then I swapped in an attempt to catch. I was unsuccessful on my catch attempt, but we actually are able to take switch advantage. I commit to the close combat here. I was patient. I didn't just blind Night Slash. I get the final shield. I aggressive swap. And I'm hoping this is a Seed Bomb, because I know I can live a Seed Bomb, and I have the Ice Punch. I under-tap the Ice Punch, and this Trevenant that had so much energy is going to go down. And now we've got Regirock versus Walrein in back. We should be in a good situation, because Regirock should be able to live 1 Earthquake. And I'm debating whether I can reach the Focus Blast before an Icicle Spear. I end up deciding to play it safe and just go for a Stone Edge, hoping this KOs. And it does KO from that range. Stone Edge, a very strong move. It gets Stab from Regirock. So a nice win there to overcome one of the worst possible leads with the Trevenant lead against one of the best GBL battlers in the world, Auburn. Terrific battler. I think Auburn actually has, if I'm not mistaken, the highest average leaderboard placement of all time. If you look at the end of every Go Battle League season, Auburn has the highest average leaderboard placement. So this guy was taking names, kicking butt and taking names before Rise was even considered one of the better players in this game. It wasn't really until season 2 I started getting all right, and then maybe season 4, 5 where I started getting above all right. We had a terrific lead against Magmar Man here. He swaps in his Alolan Raichu. We swap in our Zangoose. Very solid matchup for us. I'm gonna throw in between the Volt Switch. I wonder who wins CMP here. Maybe Zangoose actually does. I want to keep my alignment, and I know I can probably farm this down, so I'm willing to shield and Shadow Claw down. I've got a lot of energy, and I probably get my shield back. I get up to 2 close combats here. I actually missed a couple bubbles, which is really unfortunate because it would have KO'd. And I blind swapped. And I unfortunately lock my Medicham here. I decide to bait because I don't want him to be able to overfarm more. I don't want him to have a ton of energy for Regirock, you know? And I figured he kind of has to respect the Psychic, so he kind of had to bait. And now I should be in a good spot because I have a move banked on my Zangoose. This Beedrill should not get to 2 moves here before my Stone Edge, so I can just take it out. The Walrein will be forced to throw an Icicle Spear here. It's at like 1 HP. And I'm pretty sure I have a close combat. Yeah, I have the close combat, but I like wasn't positive in the moment. It's that moment like I knew I had the close combat, but you doubt yourself. You're like, maybe I'll only have Night Slash. So obviously the cheaper move, I just go for that since the Walrein only had a few HP. Brio the Deer. Tough lead here, but we do have 2 answers for this. So we safe swap Zangoose. This is not a great situation for us. We're not going to be able to take back Switch against this Altaria if our opponent tries to take Switch or keep Switch, because we're only going to be able to get to 3 Night Slashes before we get completely Dragon Breath down. But I figure I'm probably in a better spot if I get a shield off the table. So I do commit the shield just to try and get a shield back. Or if they, for some reason, give me Switch, that'd be amazing. I at least get a shield here. And I'm like, okay, this is bad. I don't want to eat a Sky Attack. So I come in Medi, I do a counter, and I swap to catch the Sky Attack on my Reggie. And in comes Dragonair, and this is just, this is game over. Because we know there's a Marowak waiting for our Medicham. And I know a Stone Edge won't KO. A Focus Blast probably won't one-shot either. But I figured this might be my win con, is like a Focus Blast knocking it out. And when I saw it didn't knock it out, that was the game. So I top lefted. It's okay to top left. There have been times, right? We saw in a recent video, I did rage quit. But that was not a rage quit. That was understanding the game was decided and there was no win condition. We're at a great spot here. Zangoose versus Cress. Wait a sec. Did our opponent swap the Cress into Zangoose? What just happened? We're going to shield the Moonblast. Or maybe we led? No, we led against the Cress and we swapped. Is that what happened? I forget. Night Slash coming through. This is a very solid matchup for Zangoose. I'm willing to shield again here. In comes Noctowl, and this is terrific for Regirock. Regirock is going to outpace here, so there's no way this Noctowl will get to 2 Shadow Balls before I get to 2 Stone Edges. Nock is bulky enough where it can take the Stone Edge. Shadow Ball. Let's see if I overfarm a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Didn't want to get too greedy here because I did swap in after a few wing attacks. Take out Nock. Crest comes back. Opponent doesn't realize how spammy Regirock is. Lets us get off this Stone Edge here. Bang. And Frostlass and back. And this is just where knowing your move counts, right, is helpful because there's no reason for me to try and catch there. Regirock gets to its move before Frostlass gets to Avalanche. It's 11 turns for Stone Edge. It's 12 turns for Avalanche. Medicham versus Crest. Tough lead. We're going straight into our harder counter Zangoose just because Zangoose is a little bit safer than Regirock. For example, if I was to swap my Regirock and they countered me with a Medicham, I'm immediately in a pretty terrible spot. Our opponent stayed in for a little bit and then swapped Talon. Get off my Night Slash here. Our opponent double shields. I wonder if they knew that these are only Night Slashes. I'm not sure. So we're up 2 shields now. I'm going to come in with Regirock. And this could be a boosted Brave Bird, so I actually do decide to shield it. I figure even though resisted, a boosted Brave Bird would still do quite a bit of damage. And I kind of want to preserve health on my Regirock, right? Because Medi's going to have a tough time taking out that Cresselia. In comes a Wall Rain. I was a little bit cautious there. I paused for just like a half a second to make sure they didn't catch my Focus Blast. Bye-bye, Walrus. Get out of here. And Cresselia calls it a day. Clocks out of work early. Cresselia did. Get a little Tapu Bulu as a reward. This is a new Pokemon for me. Sometimes you guys are curious about like my Pokemon history. So I played the main series games when I was really young. I had a friend Patrick that introduced me to it. We did karate together. And he kind of introduced me to Pokemon. And I played from like Fire Red and Leaf Green up through like Generation 4 or so. But everything past Generation 4, started with Generation 5, I've really kind of just learned through Pokemon Go. We're in a very good matchup here. Zangoose versus Frostlass. Apologies for some of these notifications. I do look at that undercharge. A little bit nasty. Not to toot my own horn, but a little bit nasty on that undercharge. To get one more Shadow Claw. And boom, look at that. We one-shot. We one-shot the Wall Rain. Oh my goodness. We're going to get off another Night Slash here. This is crazy. The problem here is this Trevenant has an energy head start now, and it's pretty dang good against our back line, but Regirock just so spammy, man. Just so spammy. Gets to the Stone Edge very quickly, and our opponent top lefts just before they get locked on down. Just before they get locked on down. Next battle. Medi versus Altaria. This is a little bit awkward, right? Because we are running Ice Punch, so Medi does technically win this, I think, in the 2s. But I think we lose in the 1s and the 0s, so we'll see how I decide to play this. Shield coming up from the Sky Tag. Medi does outpace to these Ice Punches. Really nice catch from our opponent on the Frostlass. Very nicely done. I swap into my Zangoose. I overfarm by 1, and I CMP time the Frost, so they're going to have to shield if they want to get off their Avalanche. And they decide to let it go. Come in back with the Goose. And we still have our Regirock in back. I'm kind of hoping they expend energy here. Yeah. Because now I can safely come in with my Rock and outpace this Altaria. Oh, okay. Interesting play. What am I doing? Oh, nice catch by the opponent. I'm not sure what I was doing there, to be honest. I guess I was reading that maybe... I don't know what I was doing. Because they already showed they had 2, like, kind of Medi counters. You know what I was doing? I was probably watching Netflix. And I was making some questionable decisions, questionable plays. I just started watching a new show called Elite on Netflix. It's like a Spanish show. It's pretty good so far. It's got some characters from, some of the same actors from Money Heist, which is like one of my favorite all-time shows now. Venti, un Maserano, y vela ciao, vela ciao, vela ciao, ciao, ciao. I don't really know the words to that song, but some of you guys know what I'm singing. Okay, they swap in the Trevenant, which is best case scenario, because Zangoose can handle it now. Our other two mons really struggle against Trev. Overfarming as much as I can. I CMP tie here. Zangoose is going to win CMP against most Pokemon. We take it out. We've got residual energy to threaten whatever comes in. It's Medi. So we're actually going to go for a close combat here. And the reason for this is close combat, even when resisted, will still do more raw damage than Night Slash. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that in the comments, but I didn't like look that up or anything. That's just based off my understanding of moves. I would think that's the case. We get the defense debuff on the Medi, which is kind of nice. And then the Wall Rain swaps in. I do some counters just to put this thing in Stone Edge range. Because if it's at full health, right, the Stone Edge isn't going to one-shot. So I just do some counter damage first. Going to overfarm here. Just shield. I don't think they can bait me and still get to an Earthquake here. So I shield. They go for the Earthquake, knowing landing that is probably their win condition. Get off my Stone Edge. Bang, get out of here. I'm shieldless, though, so this is a little bit scary. But this is where the spamminess of lock-on Stone Edge is so crazy. For example, it takes... If you guys use Galvantula, it only takes 12 turns to get to its moves. If you guys use Galarian Stunfisk, it takes 10 turns to get to each Rock Slide. It takes 11 turns for Regirock to get to these hard-hitting Stone Edges. Very powerful move very quickly. We're going up against Caesar. Oranguru. I think this is the first one I faced, and I was like, how should I play this? Like, do I have a better answer? Do I swap? I save all this energy because I feel like it'd be more useful elsewhere. But now, like, I'm down a shield. This is going to hurt my Zangoose. I'm playing this very poorly, to be honest. I'm going to try and bait here with Night Slash and hopefully get off a close combat. I do get the shield. I do reach the close combat. I'm really hoping this lands. That would be amazing. Boom! It lands. In comes Frost, and this is good for us. But that Oranguru is still very healthy. So we have to be conscientious of that. Stone Edge gets the last shield. I know a catch here is possible, so I am cognizant of the catch, but at the same time, I want to throw before this Frostlass outpaces me. You know, I don't want this Frostlass to throw first. What ends up happening is they make a beautiful catch on their Oranguru. Really nicely done. But I feel like this is pretty much within Psychic plus some counter range. So I'm willing to let my Regirock go. I know I've got all this energy, so I can simply just Psychic and then Ice Punch. Bang. And he just threw an Avalanche a few Powder Snows ago, so I know I can safely shield this and just go for a Psychic. Because let's say they were at 100 energy, right, and they threw 2 Avalanches. They can only have 10 residual energy, in which case they'd be, what, 4 Powder Snows away? 5 Powder Snows away from the next? 4, I think, yeah. 4 away. Quick math. But as Rise walks along, I will walk 500 miles. That is the end of the video. And I thank you guys for tuning in, for hanging with me, for enjoying, hopefully, some Zangoose action. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day or nights wherever you are in the world. And yeah, appreciate the support on the channel. If you're new here and you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. And all that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.